Welcome to OtakusandGeeks.com review of Pet Shop of Horrors. This is an OVA in the horror genre. Before we talk about the stories and characters, as usual, here's a brief synopsis of the anime. Count D is the mysterious caretaker of a pet shop in Los Angeles, Chinatown. Each of these rare pets, which all have strangely humanoid appearances, comes with a contract with 3 major points. These points differ from each animal sold, although each animal's contract includes not showing it to anyone, and breaking this contract usually results in dire and sometimes disturbing consequences for the buyer, for which the pet shop claims to have no liability. Now, you guys, this is developed into 4 different episodes. Episode 1, Daughter, is about a rich couple who lost their daughter, Alice, and Count D is able to acquire a very rare species of a rabbit that looks exactly like Alice. Episode 2, which is my favorite, is called Delicious, and this is about a singer named Ava Blue and her manager Jason. And this one is about a woman who, Ava dies, and on the cruise ship, and Jason finds a pet that is a strangely replica of Ava, and he falls in love with it. It's a tale of a mermaid, and shows, if you guys seen Pirates of the Caribbean, the latest one on Strange Ties, it shows how the mermaid feed on the human. It's similar to that. Episode 3 is Despair, which is about a one-hit wonder actor named Robin, and he can't get any acting jobs. He's just stuck in a house with this Medusa type of animal, reptile, and he's trying so hard, and he's falling in love with this lizard, and he's trying hard not to look into her eyes. And then finally, episode 4, Duel, comes from this guy who's named Roger, who comes from a successful line of politicians, and he's considered a bad apple of the family due to his womanizer ways. And his assistant Kelly is determined to make him the president of the United States, and it means making a pact with a legendary animal, which grants him a wish, but in order to become that, he has to take the blood of others. And this actually is a really brilliant OVA. Each episode is great. I love each individual episode, but my favorite one, they all are great. My favorite one is definitely Delicious. I loved, maybe because of the production in that one, and the song that Ava sang, but I thought that was the most interesting one, mainly because of the mermaid aspect of it. Jason buys this fish, and he has to keep it in this big, huge room of water, and he can't show it to anybody. He can't let he has a circumstance that he can only feed her like once a day, and he overdoes it, and he overdoes it, and also he has to keep the water fresh as well, and if it doesn't, she's gonna get really aggressive and it turns out to be probably most likely deadly. And I love the concept of it, and each OVA also has this cop that's investigating, who's very mysterious, suspicious, I should say, instead of mysterious. Very suspicious the way Count D's ethics are, and he's investigating the murders, and he keeps pointing it to Count D. Now, Count D, to talk a little bit about his character, he's a very flamboyant pet shop owner, and he has a taste for sweets. I mean, that's probably one of my favorite parts about him. He has this taste for sweets, which I really did like. Every time someone brings cupcakes or sugar or anything, he goes, "Oh my God!" It's really funny. I thought the stories, each one of them, Daughter, Despair, and Duel. And here's a little geeky, thing. If you guys notice that each episode starts with the letter D, Count D, so Daughter, Delicious, Despair, Duel, I like how I don't think they intentionally did that, but I do like how every episode starts with the letter D, representing or make probably reference to Count D, who's the pet shop owner. So meaning, hey, maybe he is responsible. But for the most part, the characterization is great in each episode. Daughter was a really great first one, Daughter, was a really great story as well, about this couple who lost their daughter, and each one has a lesson in it. That's the great part about it. Each episode has a theme to it. So Count D's are actually teaching people a lesson. Each one has some type of social commentary, which I will not spoil. We have to watch it. Each one has a certain social commentary, and for the most part, like I said, it was really enjoyable. Stories are great, and it's actually one of the most rare. It's a very rare to see horror in anime genre, but we're getting a lot of that more with High School of the Dead. But this time it's nice to see something rare. This is like one of the real nitty gritty great horror animes. Yeah, was it scary? I mean, not really, but it's still nice to see something in another genre. So let's talk a little bit about the voice acting. Voice acting I thought was pretty good as well. Once again, I saw it in the Japanese. This one I saw in the Japanese. I saw this in the Japanese production, and I thought I loved the Japanese voices for this. So I'm not gonna talk too much about it. I did love Count D's voice. It's smooth, it's flamboyant a little bit, but at the same time, when he gets serious, that tone of his voice just drops, and you're like, oh, okay, he's getting serious with it. And for the most part, the voice acting all around, I thought was really great. I do like Ava's voice. The singing voice in Delicious was just wonderful. And like I said, nothing's really over the top. Everything's balanced. Everything's played to a key. The voice actors get into the roles of the characters. Like I said, but it's kind of hard to judge Japanese voices when you don't really understand much what they're saying. But I will talk about the music and animation. I love the animation in this. Old school anime, man. This is old school style of anime, with the hand-to-hand drawing, frame-by-frame shots, no CGI use. I mean, paintings that come to life and movements, details, a lot of details in this, especially in Daughter, when you're going to see a whole bunch of rabbits. I can imagine how much frame-by-frame shots were taken to this. Music is okay. It's not much to really scream OST, get it, but the music is fairly done well. I mean, it does do the mood, but if you really want the music, then you have to watch episode 2, which is my favorite, Delicious. But for the most part, the music's but the animation is yay. So, animation is good. But the final grade will give Pet Shops of Horrors, we'll give it a B+. It's a great story. Each episode has a great theme. Each episode has great characters, nice characterization, nice pacing, by the way. Voice acting solid, animation's good, the music is except for episode 2. And it's just a solid, nice horror anime, and you will enjoy it. So this is Justin saying, Lady Days from otakusandgeeks.com. Pet Shop of Horror, final grade is B+.